What's up, geniuses? Welcome back to For the Record. I'm your host, Rob Markman. Now, today's guest built his whole career from a 2016 mixtape, which was called Artist, all right? Started out in the Bronx in the Highbridge section, spread all across New York City, and it spread all across the world, all right? 4 years later, he's amassed 11 billion streams. That's billion with a B, all right? You didn't mishear me. You didn't misquote me. 11 billion. And he's back with Artist 2.0, the deluxe version. A Boogie with the Hoodie, man. Welcome to For the Record.
Yo, what's good, man? We into it, man. Got another album coming on the way, man. I'm going back to back this year, too, man.
All right, so explain to me. So, Artist 2.0 came out in February. You just hit him with the deluxe version.
Yeah, I feel like this year it's time to hear a whole lot of A Boogie. Like, I give a lot of space in this game, feel me? And this year, I feel like I don't want to give space. I don't want to give nobody no space. Word. EBK.
Yo, that's crazy. What's the balance, right, of recording music and putting music out and then actually going out and living your life? I know we've kind of all been locked down a little bit. So what are some of the things that inspire you to write, to be able to put out a lot of music?
Man, to be honest, since I've been even famous, like, this was like one of the hardest times that is, for me, no motivation, no inspiration. I can't go to the club. It ain't even no action going on. So it's kind of boring right now. So the whole writing momentum, it's a little down, but I just had to talk with my team about the energy, right? I feel like, man, that's all a mind thing. At the same time, you just gotta, feel me, act like we in the jungle with it. Throw us in the jungle, what we gonna come out with, feel me? That's how I'm looking at it. So I'm in the studio every day with it, recording in my crib, making beats, still doing my thing, man.
That's dope. The first song that really made me a fan, I think, most people still think about you from the Artist mixtape, right? And what it was, I mean, just as a story, I think that got us fans caught up. Like, the whole story showed he got pregnant, told you it was yours, ghosted you, popped back up. You found out that wasn't yours. Like, I got upset for you. You know what I'm saying? Since, we in artist mode, right? We're artists and then Artist 2.0. I need to know, since you got famous, has Shorty ever reached back out to you?
It's not like, I don't know, because for me, I got a million DMs. It's not like I'm gonna really see if she reach out, but I remember one time, like a year after I got famous, I turned the radio on. I heard a Pops on the damn radio. Yo, I didn't even want to talk about what he was talking about, but yeah, that was the closest contact.
That's crazy. Did you think, even at that time, right, and I point to that moment because that kind of openness as an artist, I think, aside from your voice and your talent, like the way you were so willing to be open and vulnerable about it attracted fans, right? Does it get harder? Like, did you think, let's go back. At that moment, do you think that will blow you up, or were you just like venting off steam?
At that moment, I ain't gonna lie, I was just venting, because at the time, it felt good to get that out. Like, when you go to the studio after you just finished going through something, even when it comes to anything, for me, if you mad, sad, when you go to the studio after that feeling, if it's a strong feeling, it's a good feeling just to get it out, When you get something over with, for me, you got that accomplished. So I wasn't focused on the getting famous side. I just wanted to get that, for me, that little hurt inside out of my heart real quick. Got in the booth. And I feel crazy.
Listen, man, it was an even exchange, man. She gave you something to write about, man. It worked out.
That's why you can't be mad about problems all the time. You gotta learn how to deal with them.
You're still pretty open though in your music. Like, do you ever, especially with your relationship drama, now that you become more famous, is it harder to maintain honesty? Like, is there certain things that you got to protect and that you can't go to the studio and vent about, or for you is everything still on the table?
It's a whole lot of things. Everybody I feel like that too when it comes to this music thing. It's some things that probably people want to say, but it ain't the right time to say it. It ain't the right thing to say. But some things you gotta keep to yourself. You gotta know what to tell people, what not to tell people. Right. Less talkative. Don't eat the cheese. At the same time too, when I go to the studio, it's like even if I make a song, if it's not the right time to put it out or something, because I'm saying the wrong things, I just won't put it out. I will make the song for myself. I'm a little selfish sometimes like that anyway. Right.
Nah, yeah, I imagine it's like therapy in a lot of ways too. Where it's just
it's like meditating. I don't know how to meditate, so I know how to make music.
What's the biggest difference from then and now? If we go on Artist and Artist 2.0, right? About a 4-year span, Again, billions of streams later, a lot of plaques later, a lot of world tours later. What's the difference between A Boogie with the Hoodie then and A Boogie now on Artist 2.0? The biggest difference.
I feel like I woke up a lot more when it comes to life in general. It's a way a much bigger meaning to life now. Melody here, got a little artist on the way, so it's like you don't even know, man. This even this business side is different now. Everything is different. The mentality is way stronger. So I just can't wait to show everybody what we working on and doing behind the scenes. Word.
Yo, it looked beautiful outside, but I know the Wi-Fi was a little choppy, man. Um, Nothing beats an in-person interview, but we got to work with what we got, man. So we're back inside with it. So yeah, man, I just want to know, like, because I remember interviewing you, I think for your bio, you know what I'm saying? And then the first times you came into Genius, and you've always, to me, been the same guy through the years, you know what I'm saying?
It's like I said, man, the mentality, man. So it's like one year you wish you did this, and the next year you do it. So that's all it is, man. Every year we just get stronger as a team, you know.
Right. But as a musician, has anything changed for you? Like what new trick? Like you're producing now, right? You wasn't producing before.
Nah, I wasn't producing before. I didn't know how to get all into it when it comes to making music at the same time as recording, producing, and all that. So I'm just now getting into everything finally, and it feel like a big relief knowing that you don't gotta call nobody all the time. So, and I'm making heat too, making fire too. Shout out to Dot, shout out Joe from Mayo, shout out D-Lo too. When you know yourself and you know what you want to make music on, I feel like nobody else could judge that more than you. Like people gonna give me an artist type beat, a boogie type beat, and the beat I'm gonna make is the feeling I'm in, you know. So you can't beat that right there. It's nothing better than your energy on your energy.
What was the difference between the album covers? Look, Artist, the first tape we was at piano, and for this one and the deluxe, we had a guitar version. You know what I'm saying? And I know you got the Me and My Guitar song. It feels like you're in a different musical bag.
Yeah. This time around, I want to try stuff. I'm always like that though. I always want to experiment. I feel like I experimented enough where it's like on this next album right here, I'm gonna just go straight me plus just for me go all out for the fans. Like this time is really for the fans, and I do it for myself a lot. So I'm gonna switch it up one time.
What do you think it is that they want to hear from you?
They just feel like hearing that old heartbroken. You feel me? Everybody want to cry again. Plus, on top of that, I just hear a lot of people hearing now that they want to hear me talk. I'm getting into it, as you can see on songs like "Till the Wheels Fall Off" and "Bleed," shit like that. Right now, it's just a warm up for me stepping into this album.
We heard you loud and clear on Bleed. Look, you know what I'm saying? You say they call me a SoundCloud boy. They stealing my sound now, boy. Feel like I'm really the king of my city. I got the crown now, boy.
Yeah, that shit is too much facts. That shit too much facts, man.
So what was the difference? I mean, because you started out on SoundCloud. I mean, look, you also sent a tweet. Like I've been seeing you say some things, really kind of feeling the way about your sound and how people are taking it. So I mean, what are your thoughts on that outside of the booth?
Man, I just feel like it's a lot of growing for us all to do when it comes to that. We all just stepping into the game, and we still got a lot of things to understand when it comes to that shit. Like, for me, I'm getting it slowly, so I don't expect everybody just to get it like that. So it's all a cycle, man. We gonna get to it.
You know, because on Act Like That too, you kind of talk about your own growth and because I was dead broke back around the time I was trying to get signed. They was calling me Dej Loaf.
Yeah, definitely, man. They was definitely trying to violate, saying I sound like Dej Loaf when I came out. I used to see that shit all over the comments and shit. Like, yo, this nigga sound like Dej Loaf. And everybody over here like, nah, what? Fuck, they just talking about where they hear that at. So it's like, man, shit like that is just a compliment too when you coming up. And it's just that energy that make you want to go forward.
Did it bother you back then, or did it motivate you? Like, how did that move you when you was hearing those comments?
It didn't bother me. It just like, the only thing that bothered me was knowing that, like, Dej Loaf herself, I wondered for me. At the moment, I was like, yo, I wonder if she feel like that, if they feel like that. And I'm like, nah, man. After a while, I'm like, nah, nobody for me. Nobody feel like that. I'm going crazy, switching it up. So, yeah, it's all about just being versatile.
Have y'all still never connected? Y'all never crossed paths? You and her?
We connected a few times, but not in the studio. Like, I think I did a song with her before a minute ago, but I did like 1,000 songs right now, so I probably don't even know how it sounds.
Yeah, there's probably a lot of A Boogie material just floating around the industry too, with the way you work. Is it anybody specific that you feel like stealing your sound, or is it a general thing?
You can't even put a category on that because it's just for me a whole lot of it going on. So from you hit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you don't even know what number 2 was no more. Everything for me, everything the same. I used to really love making that type of music much more back then. Like, but when everybody doing it at the same time and overplaying it, I feel like it's like,
I interviewed TJ a couple months ago, and he even had a line. They said I'm the new A Boogie. Relax. I ain't never try to copy his swag. So he's one of the ones that when you listen to the fans, that's what they say, right? And he and I talked about it. Since then, there's been a lot between y'all and y'all camps. What's the status of that? The last thing I heard was TJ went on IG and said, "Yo, I'm not with the beef and stuff no more."
yeah, I'm all about grown man time, you feel me? So everybody already seen where my head was at when it came to all that shit. That's why I always avoided things like that. You don't feel me? Pay no mind to little stuff like that.
Nah, I feel you. You know, the way you handled it, though, is like, you've always been classy about, you know what I mean? How you do it. I think you see the bigger picture.
Yeah, you can't like, feel me? I could go away about it and feel me try to be a clout chaser, but nah.
Let's talk about Artist 2.0. You got two joints with Uzi. You got Reply and you got Love Is Art. How did those come about? And y'all had joints before. Y'all had the Flood My Wrist joint. Y'all had Nonsense. Like, these leaked out. But what's up with you and Uzi? What's that chemistry like?
That shit just like all my other brothers, man. Strong like a motherfucker, so I don't be worried about those leak songs. It ain't nothing. Like, we just be in the studio fucking around anyway, just playing around. Especially Love Is Art, the way it's put together, it seems like something that you don't hear on a daily basis, especially for me in the hood. So it's like, man, I just love that artsy craft right there when it came to that, because you don't even hear Uzi on that really when it comes to, for me, my type of bag.
Absolutely. One thing that I never see, I feel like y'all made a statement though with the Reply video. Cause in the video I noticed I had to rewind it, I had to do the double take. I saw Uzi wearing a Highbridge chain in the video, and I can't recall. You know, I'm a historian, so I'm like, obviously we have collaborators, but I don't know if I ever seen like somebody repping somebody else's chain. That feel like a lot of love. What brought that about? What was that? Is that his own chain? Was that a loaner? What made that decision?
That's why Uzi special, man. That boy right there gets. If you his brother, he gonna from me spend 200 on the chain, on your name, and your name is his name type shit. Feel me? So vice versa. That shit just love over there. Word the whole 16 to the 19 type shit. Word.
That's crazy. That's dope, man. I really had to think about it. Like, it wasn't like, Jay-Z collaborated with a bunch of people, but unless you were signed to The Rock, it's not like somebody wore the Rock chain and so
And this nigga chain more than my Highbridge chain. He spent 200. I spent like 160, 180. I forgot the exact number, but he went like 200 on that chain. That's a big heart. Word.
That's dope, man. And I think, in relation to whatever other situations we spoke about before, I think this is dope because it shows unity. It shows that it don't have to be division. Like, artists aren't always in competition. Even when you say King of My City or stuff like that, like, obviously you beating your chest, but at the same time you showing that you could really connect with the other artists, and it's beyond the collaboration. It's beyond the studio. Like, it's real admiration.
You don't know how people are in person. You see all this internet stuff going on. But when you meet people like me, you don't know how, like, what's going on. You know I'm a rapper, this and that, but you don't know, like, feel me? Like, I could really, really tell you some shit that make you look at me a whole different way. So it's all like, man, just give people a chance sometimes to see what type of person they are and all that. So,
Nah, that's real. I saw an interview with you and Jinx. You and my man Jinx did an interview together, and you said that originally. I thought it was interesting that you said me and my guitar. That in your heart you intended that to feature Juice WRLD, but just never got it to him. Can you tell our audience that story?
Yeah, man. I think I made that song in LA. It's crazy because when I first started recording it, I was chilling with Roddy. So I was with Roddy. I started recording the song. But you don't even know in the back of my head, I was like, damn, I can't wait to get Juice on this shit. So when I heard the bad news and all that, it wasn't even, it ain't have nothing to do with the song, but I'm just saying, on that song side, man, it was like, damn, man, that part was crazy, you know?
Right. Nah, man, he was a special dude. I have found out, I didn't know I had interviewed him a little while before he passed, and they hit me after he passed and said that I did the last interview with him, which is crazy. You know what I'm saying? But that dude was special, man. Like, you know what I mean?
Especially the way he go in the booth and lock in. I ain't gonna lie, I can't make near much as many of the songs he make. Like in an hour, he can make a good 5 songs on God. Word.
What's your average in an hour?
I'm making 1 song in an hour. For me, if anything, he's gifted though. Word. God bless him, man.
Nah, you gifted in different ways. It's funny, everybody, I always like to talk about process because everybody's process is different. You know what I mean? And it don't make, because the only thing that matters is the end result. Right? So if you could do one song in an hour or 5 songs in an hour, it's just really about how many songs you could do that's gonna touch people.
Nowadays, it don't even matter if you write the song, so.
What you mean in terms of having somebody else write it for you or coming off the head type?
Nah, I'm just saying that's the new cool. Like it's like nobody writing their music no more. Shout out Uzi though. Word. Uzi and they going crazy. I'm writing my music too. I'm just saying like,
Right.
you know, the others.
Would you allow somebody to write for you, or is that a sacred part of your process?
I be trying it. I'm not talking down on it because I be trying to like for me get into that way, but I just feel like nobody can't say what I want to say, you know. Sometimes people be sending me some cool ideas, and I'm not gonna act like it's trash, but I'm just A Boogie for me. I don't know if they know what A Boogie sounds like next year. You might know how somebody else sound next year, but you can't send this sound through like that, you know.
Speaking of sounds too, I saw you in an interview. You said that it was funny to hear you talk about that. You said you don't listen to a lot of music, especially when you're in recording mode. But that one song you was listening to was a song, Coronel, a Latin song.
Coronel.
But you don't understand the word with it, but you be vibing with the reggaeton tracks.
Yeah, I be vibing with it. It's definitely a vibe. It's just like American music. You don't know what niggas saying. Niggas, it's just a vibe. Well, you don't know what niggas be saying. It's just for me, boom, 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 boom. You hear that beat, and it's lit.
Would you ever experiment with reggaeton artists? Especially, I think coming from the BX, it's such a large Puerto Rican population, a large Dominican population.
Cause my girl be listening to Spanish family music, so I was asked her, "What's this?" She said it's somebody that's like just like me in the Spanish world. I can't remember who it was, but you know what I'm talking about? Somebody, I forgot who. I don't know if I don't want to say the wrong name, but
you don't want to say the name at all.
yeah, I don't want to say no names if it's the wrong name, but somebody in the Spanish world I was trying to touch up with. Or on the Spanish A Boogie side, I heard. So we gonna see what's good.
That'll be dope. Look, man, I could maybe see Anuel and A Boogie might be hot. It'll be interesting, man. But I just thought it was interesting to hear you talk about like being inspired by the sounds, and even if I don't understand the language, you know what I'm saying, it's the melodies and the tempos that you can still listen to. So another album this year, like. Is that cemented? Can we say that for sure?
It's probably gonna be 2, to be honest. 2, 3. I don't know.
Because you told us we was getting Artist 2.0 last year. I'm not trying to put you on the spot, but you know what I'm saying? I'm just keeping it real with you.
I be lying by accident though. I don't be lying on purpose. I swear to God. Word. It's like for me. I'm just treating it like on a daily basis. I'm just that's how I'm treating the music. I'm trying to stay up to date with it, but man, it's hard when you got to do all this damn clearance and just like my song. I got a song called This Time. I'm trying to clear the song. Fuck around, I leaked it myself for a day. I had to take it down though, but man, that song right there, it's taking me so long to play that shit right now.
What do you miss performing? You gotta miss performing.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I'm over here losing stamina. I gotta get my cardio back. I might get on stage, be out 5 minutes.
Let me tell you, I'm gonna give you your props, man, because I remember a couple of years ago you sold out PlayStation Theater 2 nights in a row. And I had went to one of those shows, and you treated PlayStation Theater like it was the Garden. Like you changed your outfit 5 times, and I had never seen anybody at that level do it. Like you treated it like the Garden, and it felt like that was your. And honestly, you performed the Madison Square Garden for the Drake tour before you did PlayStation Theater. You touched the Garden already.
Yeah, so it'll be shit like that that give me ideas, like just like bigger artists like that, just bringing me out and showing me the wave. Like, you know, I forgot who show it was. I think it was Post Malone or somebody. We in a whole nother country, and I'm seeing the stage set up, and it's looking crazy. And this is at the beginning for me when I'm on a little stage over there. So I'm looking over there like, damn, man, I gotta do something on my stage. It's just me.
Nah, I gotta give you props. That was one of the most fun shows, one of the most creative shows I've been to. It was 5 costume changes. Then you brought the piano out. You had the Michael Jackson socks on, and this was before Look Back at It came out. You know what I'm saying? Like I felt like you was really setting the stage.
Beyonce and like she one of the reasons I try stuff like that too.
Nah, that's dope, man. Hopefully we get through all of this soon so we can get you back on the road, man. I'd love to see an A Boogie show, you know, especially with all this new material.
Definitely.
All right, man. Listen, man, I just wanted to chop it up with you. We was listening to this project, man. The deluxe came out. I didn't get to get with you in February when it dropped originally. You came back and spun the block with the deluxe, and I just wanted to chop it up with you and ask you some questions, man. But I appreciate your time, man, and I'm looking forward to them albums. I'm gonna hold you to it, man, and the fans gonna be on your ass now.
Well, you're ready. I'm into it.
That's what's up, man. Yo, A Boogie, you welcome back to Genius anytime. Also, you know, with our verified, the yellow background, you lead the league. I think you did like 7 of those, man. You definitely in the Genius Hall of Fame.
Heard you. That's OD.
You got more episodes than anybody, so you welcome anytime, man. This is your home, and whatever project you got, man, come through, and we'll find ways to chop it up, creative ways, you know?
Yeah, you already know where I'm at.
All right, let's do it, man. Stay safe out there, all right?
All right, you ready, bro?
Thank you, everybody, for watching. Hit us up in the comments. Let us know what songs you feeling from 2.0. You know, he got the deluxe, so some extra songs to talk about. What's your favorite lyrics?
Favorite songs? Put it in the comments, man. Let me see those favorite songs.
Boogie gonna check out he gonna be in the comments, man. We're gonna see what your favorite songs is, all right?
I'm definitely watching, man.
Mine's is definitely Bleed because he's talking that shit.
I'm fucking with Act Like That the most on that one.
Act Like That, that's your favorite? I ain't mad at it.
Yeah, definitely.
I ain't mad at it. All right, man. This has been For the Record, A Boogie. Appreciate you, brother, man. Peace.